everybody, my name's Dave, and welcome back to another episode of The Points of Articulation, and it's Micro Machine March 2017. I always wanted to do this, a whole month devoted to one of my favorite ships ever made, Micro Machines. Pocket-sized little vehicles, they could be cars, ships, airplanes, you name it, they made it. But what I liked most was these Star Wars and Star Trek ships. To me, my imagination flew with these bad boys. So, to kick off my month-long review-a-thon, we're going to be looking at the Super Star Destroyer from 1994, collection number 9 by Galoob. Now, the Executor, or Executioner, however the hell you want to say it, I always call it the Executor, is an awesome ship, very, very big. It's probably, besides the Death Star, the biggest ship we've seen in Star Wars. And this thing is a monster, and I love it, and I think Micro Machines did a great job. So this ship is a little over 3 inches long. Having said that, let's get right into the review. We'll look at the mold, the paint, put it on its stand, compare it, and then we'll be done. So let's get moving. In here we have the Super Star Destroyer, a very nicely detailed ship. We can see starting at the top, we have all these lines and modules. We have the huge city section right here. Just beautiful. Also for the bridge and shield generators, you can see there's actually hints of 2 little balls right there for where the shields would be. How cool is that? For the underneath, I have it nice and focused. You can see all these little details all around the engines. Just very, very nice. It's amazing what they did back in 1994. We have our peg port, copyright crap, 1994. And I always love this section, how there's like, looks like hundreds of layers going into the body. Just great. And again, we have all these lines and modules again. Just very, very beautiful. I love this ship a lot. So now that I'm done with the mold, let's take a look at the paint. Okay, for the paint, through my camera, the outer edge of the ship looks light gray. But in person, it looks more like a yellowish gray or greenish gray. And I do like that. A lot of people I know who have this ship also has that tint to it. Could be because sun touched it, but I don't know. Mine was in a box for years. And I do like that color. And that goes from the bottom, the engines, and the outer rim. Now also we have a dark gray for the city section, the shield generator. This section right here, and the interior. And then on top of that, we also do have some orangey red for the engines, which look beautiful. The only thing they didn't do was paint the smaller engines here. But what are you going to do? You know, for the size and time period, this thing's a masterpiece. So I already went over that it's a little over 3 inches long. So let's put this bad boy on a stand and finish this review. Just like most Micro Machine ships, they come with these cool stands. Sometimes they're a little hard to peg in, but you could get them. Goes in like so, and you're good to go. For comparison, I have the original Galoob Star Destroyer, the Super Star Destroyer, and the Hasbro release of the Star Destroyer. And this one, to me, seems a little fat. It's very deep, I guess you could say. Has a lot of details. All the engines and everything's there. But I don't know. Probably because I grew up with the Galoob version, I like this one more. But they're each good in their own way. Now you can see how the Star Destroyer and Super Star Destroyer are not to scale at all. I think this thing would be like a tiny little speck next to it. Maybe like that gap in between my fingers. But, anywho, they're all part of one collection and they go great together. So that does it for my quick review today of the Super Star Destroyer, the Executor, from Galoob's Micro Machines, Collection 9, made in 1994. Great little ship. Very detailed. The paint is spot on for the most part. There's no spillage or leaks or anything. Great job back in the day. And that's all I have to say about that. Now, you could get this guy off eBay, Amazon. I've seen it a couple times. Ever since The Force Awakens came out, Micro Machine prices have went up. But, you know, you could grab it if you want. They're not too high. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my quick review. If you did, please like and subscribe. And remember, it's Micro Machine March. So tune in tomorrow for another review. Bye, everybody.